How you doing? What's going on? Welcome to the replay. Welcome to Daily Fuel. I'm Bobby. I am the host of this group, The Spiritual Artist. And you're in the replay. And I know that because 0 people are here live. Probably because I'm doing this a few hours earlier than I usually do this. And, oh, here we go. Mikey's here. Mikey's back to being number 1. Hi, Mikey. How you doing, buddy? So, yeah, if you're in the replay, then do me a favor and let me know that you're here. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I was like running around trying to get everything settled so I could do the live. It's not the time that I usually do it. See, it's not just that I do it at a different time and then you can see it at a different time. It's also that I'm doing it at a different time and it's like different in my house. You know, my kids just got home from school and so now they got to be quiet and the cats are they're nuts. And my dog had to be walking around. So I see some familiar faces popping up. So yeah, if you're in the replay, do me a favor and let me know that you're here. Hashtag replay. It doesn't matter to you that I'm doing it at a different time because you're in the replay. You can watch this anytime you like. And if you're joining live, like you guys are, then definitely start commenting and you know the deal there. So as you're commenting, as I'm talking, I'm going to ignore the comments. I'm going to do my spiel. And then I'm going to go back to the comments and read them because they're words on a screen. And I can see everybody's face today. And yeah, so if you're new to Daily Fuel and you're here live, please click that Ecamm link in the post so that I can see your face. And we're going to start in just a second. I usually start at around the 2-minute mark. So if you're ever watching in the replay, usually around the 2-minute mark or so is where I begin. And there we are. So let's start. Let's see. Robin and Ray and Marsha's here and Karina is here. Hello, guys. How are you? And also, Mikey, I said hi to you. So let's get started. It's still cold in my office. Change your posture. Yeah, I was having a conversation this morning with my wife and the topic of how people will treat you the way you teach them to treat you. People will treat you the way that you treat yourself. And that was the conversation. And I said, ooh, that's a good topic for my live today. And she was like, yeah, you got to change your posture. And I was like, oh, that's a good word. So yeah, kudos to my wife for today's topic. And then I was also thinking about how, you know, people will see the value in your art that you show them. They'll see the value in your art that you tell them is there. Whatever your posture is from an energetic standpoint. When I say tell them, I don't mean with words. I mean with your energy. That's why I said posture. It's the energy that you have. It's the way that you carry yourself, the way that you walk into a room, the way that you just all of that stuff. That all comes from within, and you either have it or you need to work on it. And here's the trick. Everybody has it. Everybody can work on it and get it, and everybody can then own it. We all can. Everybody can, because we all come from the same source energy, right? So there's nobody here that isn't valuable, that isn't worthy. It's just what you think. So having said all of that, there are, of course, 3 things that you need to know. Only 3. That's it. Just 3. No, clearly, you know, I always put everything in 3s. So here are my 3 things for today. And the first one is to set the intention that this is what you want to do. First of all, you're never going to get anywhere if you don't set the intention to go there, right? You can't go on vacation if you don't intend to go on vacation and then do the things and then get in the car or the plane or the whatever and go. You have to have the intention to go. This is no different. You need to have the intention to change your posture, to change the way that you feel about yourself, and then attract the right people around you who will reflect that feeling. You can see me doing it here. I set up this Facebook group. Hardly any of you in this group knew me before you joined this group. Some of my friends did. That was it. I don't think anybody here live right now knew me before I started this group, but you all accept me as the host of this group and as the guy who does Daily Fuels and as somebody half smart and has, you know, sometimes witty things to say. You accept that. Why? Because I believe it, and then I express it, and I do it every day. And I'm only able to do it every day because I believe it. It's not that you already were expecting it and joined this group and said, hey, Bobby, why don't you talk? Because you're so great at talking every day and we'll all hang out with you. Nobody said that. I just had to decide to do that. And then I did it. And then you all showed up because that's how this works. But the first step was I needed to set the intention. I needed to have I needed to get the momentum going. So you set the clear intention and you start trying things on for size. Now I already knew from past experience that doing something like Daily Fuel was going to work for me because I had tried it before. And I had tried it as one of several things that I was trying. And then I landed on this way of presenting myself. So when I started this group, I already knew that this was a way for me to do what I like to do. You may not know the way to do the thing you like to do. You may not know the way to present yourself. You may not know the way to create your art. You may not know, or whatever it is. So you may need to not only set the intention, but try some things on for size. This is where contrast comes into play. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this. This one was okay. This one stunk. I'm never doing that again for the rest of my life. This one was great. And so, but maybe it needs some tweaking. And so now you bring this one over here and you just start some new things with that and you try some new things. And that's how this goes. So it's just like the old expression, right? Attention goes where energy, no. What is that expression? Attention goes where energy flows. I almost said the verbs backwards. Attention goes, no, energy flows where, what is the expression? Somebody write it for me. I don't know the expression. I know it, but I don't know how to say it. Anyway, you know the one I mean. And so that's number one, intention. Number two is time. This takes time. And you need to set that intention, but then give it time, because you're going to set the intention and maybe immediately you're like, yes, I am amazing. And you start doing affirmations, or you start doing that energy work, or you start doing the things, right? And then you walk out the door and you see some, Joe Blow from work or from something or other, and they're treating you the exact same way that it used to be. They used to treat you yesterday, right? Because you set a new intention. I want to be treated this way. I want to be thought of this way. Or I want to sell my art for this amount of money. And then somebody comes along and is like, I'll buy that thing for $5. And somebody's running water upstairs. I'm sorry, right? So there's that. And there's going to be some residual energy that keeps coming your way. You've already attracted things to you, and they're already coming to you. But now you decide, I'm going to change what I'm attracting, except they're already on their way. They're already manifesting. And you might start bumping into people who still want to treat you the old way. You got to give it time to reset. You have to, right? I like quoting Abraham a lot. Abraham says, well, you just think of it this way. You jumped out of an airplane without a parachute. You just got to wait. Eventually you're going to hit the ground, and then you start over again. It's not a big deal. Okay, so right now you're thinking to yourself, I'm going to change my posture. I'm going to change my energy. I'm going to change my attitude. I'm setting new intentions for what I think of myself, or what I think of my art, and how I want to be treated, or what I want to be thought of. And then somebody comes along and says things that are the old way. It just hasn't been enough time. Just keep doing the work, and eventually that person will either change or go away. So the last one is effort. This does require some work and effort. And then the effort really is everything we were talking about yesterday, the energy work. What is the energy work? If you missed yesterday's Daily Fuel, I suggest you go and watch it after this one. It's the what and the how of energy work, But it takes consistent effort to do this. You can't just set an intention and then forget about it. You need to set the intention and then put your action behind it. You need to put your energy behind it. And that's it. So that's what change your posture means, is to change it in yourself, make that change in yourself, and then over time, and not a very long amount of time, but give it a little time, people around you will start to change to reflect this new posture that you've created for yourself. And with that, I will go to the comments, and I see people. Let's say hello. Where am I? Mikey's here, Robin's here, Ray is here, and he beat me again. Yeah, Mikey was first again today. Marcia says, TGIF, Bobby. Breathe, show us what you're worth. That's right. Robin has some wine. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yes, it is. The reason I'm going early today is because I have to go out later, so I'm not drinking now. And Karina says, yeah, if you don't know, we've been doing Friday night Daily Fuel. We're having some wine with it, if you want, but I'm not today. Karina says, you'll have to introduce your cats and dogs someday. Yeah, maybe someday. My cats... my dog is she's a little too big for me to lift up and show you, and she'd be like this. She'd be like, "What are you doing? Put me down, put me down." She wouldn't enjoy that, but maybe if I had some pictures, I'll show you. She's really cute, my doggie. Let's see, the Karina, that would be cool. Okay, then I will. If Ray wants me to, then I will. Robin says, like my mother always told me, sit up straight. Yeah. Yeah, posture is a good word for it, because it's literally like once you sit up straight or stand up tall, now you're projecting, you're opening your heart more. You can't stand up tall without opening your heart and projecting your true essence more. But, you know, compared to like if you're hunched over or something like that. That's why I use the word posture for this. I'm glad you said that and reminded me to say that, because I didn't write it in my spiel. Thank you, Robin and Robin's mother. Kelly says, we are worthy, said in Wayne and Garth's section. We are worthy. Today's a Wayne and Garth day. That's so funny. I love when these little serendipities happen. I was having a conversation with somebody else, not on Facebook today, and they made a Wayne and Garth reference, and I sent a GIF of Wayne and Garth, and now you're saying Wayne and Garth, and if we were texting, I'd send you this GIF. But that's kind of funny how like Wayne and Garth come up twice on the same day, because usually it's just once a day for me. Robin says, thumbs up, we accept our leader. Thank you. Kelly, believe it, express it, and do it every day. Love these little Bobby-isms. Oh, thank you. Did I say that? I should record these things and watch them back. Oh, man. Believe it, express it, and do it every day. That's the nuts and bolts of it right there. Thanks there. Is anyone else having freezing video issues? Oh, sorry about that. Not me. It's not me. I'm not like stopping in the middle of stuff. That would be... Did I do that good enough? Did you believe it? Probably not. Freezing. Ray says, he said it was cold in his office. It is. It's been cold down here. I don't understand why. Mikey thawed me out. Thawed out now. Okay. Throwed me out. Oh, I can't read today for some reason. Robin says, Mikey, I did yesterday, but not today. Maybe it's internet traffic. Yeah. And Anna's here. Hello, Anna. How are you? Nice to see you. Yeah, we're a little early today, so it's not the middle of the night in Russia. I went to study English, or I want to study English. You know what? I hope it means went, that you actually did go to study English, but I think you mean want. I know you have a hard time with listening to English. That's if I knew Russian, I'd speak a little for you, but I do not. Sorry. Anyway, but it is nice to see you. Thanks for showing up. And Mikey says, as goes your attention, so goes your experience. Yes. And Robin says, Anna. And Anna says, hi, Robin. And Robin says, Anna. and here's Facebook user. I don't know who this is. Let us see. It's Richard. This is, yes. Hey, Richard, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you on Daily Fuel. By the way, Richard, if you can, when you get a chance, there's a link at the top of this post to ecamm.com/some number or other thing. If you get a chance to click that, then let it have your permission to show me your face. Then I'll be able to see you the way I can see Robin here. Like I could see her face and her name. But for you, because you didn't do that, I see this, and then I gotta look on my phone to see who it is, and it's you. So Richard says, this is exactly what I needed today to push with discipline. If there's no motivation, just go do it. Yeah, you know what? That's actually part of this. I'm glad you said that, because Sometimes there is no motivation to do this. Sometimes it starts many times with that spark of like, oh, I just want to be treated this way, or I want to sell my art and do it this way, or I want to be thought of in this fashion, or I want to attract these kind of people, whatever it is, and you feel really inspired to do that, and you set the intention, and you're putting in the effort, and then a couple days goes by, and you're just like, ugh, I don't feel like doing that, right? But if you don't have a game plan, then it's easy to just be like, well, it's not that important. I don't have to do this every day. But if you go into it understanding that I have to set this intention, I have to keep this intention, I have to put the effort in daily, I have to give it time and allow time for this to happen. And then even on the days, and that's the part that I didn't say that I'm getting from your thing here, Richard, is even on the days that I just don't feel like it, I still need to do it, because chances are I'm gonna want this intention a little more strongly in a day or a week or a month from now, and I'm gonna be kicking myself for dropping the ball. So why drop the ball? Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't recommend it. Rupert is here. He says hello. Hello. How you doing? Nice to see you, buddy. Yes, Kelly says, I actually did correct my posture every time I saw or got a notification about this live. That was cool too. Yeah, it's funny you say that, because I realized that every time I said the word posture, I stood up straighter. Because I'm tall and I have a tendency to slouch a little bit. So I'm always trying to remember to stand up tall and push my shoulders back. Otherwise, I can get a little bit, this is... I'm being hyperbolic doing this, but I try to stand up tall, but every time I saw the word, I thought of it too. Robin says, good luck introducing cats. Yeah. The other thing is that I don't really let the cats in my office, because if I did, then they would want to come in and out and in and out all day long. So I have kind of not trained them, but we have an energetic understanding to go away. And they kind of do. And so if I invite them in, they're going to get all confused, and then I get all annoyed, and nobody wants that. So Marcia says, this is all good in theory, but with some people who only believe what they want to believe, it's impossible to change them. Well, that's true. It's impossible to change somebody. Well, all right. Let me break this down a little bit. It's impossible to change them. I'm not talking about you changing somebody else. I'm talking about you changing you. So what I'm taking from that is is what you're saying is that, correct me if I'm wrong, is that it's impossible to change what other people think of you. I'm not talking about changing what other people think of you. This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about changing what you think of you and changing the energy that surrounds you. Because if there is somebody who thinks of you in an old negative way that does not suit you, that person will either have to change or have to go away. They won't have a choice, energetically speaking. The only reason that person is still in your face, acting the way you don't like, believing things about you that aren't true, is because you are allowing it. They are only reflecting what you believe about yourself on some level. So it could be a client, it could be your mother, it could be anybody, but whoever it is, you need to ask yourself, what is it that I think about me that is making this person's energy think that it's okay to point that in my face? Everything in this world is a mirror of what we think of ourselves. If you don't like it, and you're trying to change that other person, it's like seeing something in the literal mirror that you don't like. Oh, what's that thing on my nose? And instead of wiping your nose, you're wiping the mirror. It's not on the mirror, it's on your nose. So if you're seeing somebody acting a certain way towards you, it's not them, it's you. What can you change about yourself? That person will have to change once you change that thing about yourself. But you're not changing them. You don't worry about them. They're superfluous. They don't exist. So I hope that cleared it up a little bit. Kirsten says, good topic. Thank you. Relatable for me today, and a good follow-up from yesterday. I try to go in some kind of relatable order, and then when Monday comes, I try to think of a whole new thing if I can. But thanks for noticing that. I was excited to make a garden. Make a garden, yeah, because I thought the universe wanted me to. But then I got a total crash and burn. I'm not good enough for such things. I got pretty bummed out, and maybe my posture needs adjusting. Yeah, okay, so if, I have this belief about myself that I'm just not good at gardening. Literally, like gardening is a good example for me as well. I'm not an outdoorsy plant things. I don't like it. I don't care for it. I'm not that good at it. But occasionally I'll try to do something for whatever reason. But I go into it with this attitude like, I'm not even that good at this. This isn't in my wheelhouse. This isn't my core genius. And it doesn't always work out the way that I want it to. And that's why, So, but you have the ability to decide for yourself, I would like to be better at this. So you can start learning it more. You can do things to, if you're really interested in it, but you're just not skilled at it yet, well, that's different. For me, I just don't care. I like it to look nice. I just don't care to be able to make it look nice with my own two hands. Couldn't care less, right? But maybe you do. So if you have the desire and you have the intention, you can gain the skill. Anybody can gain skills, especially today. Just go on YouTube or read blogs or anything and just watch videos and gain the skill. And then try again. Or just go out in the yard and practice and make a mess of things until you get better at it. That's another way to do it. But or decide that I really hate this. And then you don't have to do it. And Richard says, hi, Bobby. Hi, Richard. Just arrived, so I have no idea what you're talking about. Not much. Rupert says, who let the cats out? I'm not going to sing the song. Nice try. Correct, says Marcia. Correct. I am probably what I was assuming about your topic. Yes. Okay, I'm taking it as that. Richard says, I am. Fill in the gap with good things and hold on to it. That's it, man. Affirmations are a great way to set intentions if that works for you. I sometimes like to look in the mirror. I wake up in the morning and I look in the mirror first thing and I just say some affirmations to get my day going. I do this every single day. And just to remind myself that I'm freaking awesome and I got this and let's go crush it. Nothing specific, nothing, I try not to wake up worried about, oh my God, I gotta get that thing done. Like I have those things too. We're all human beings and we all suffer from the head trash and the ego shit. But I still do this thing where I'll wake up and the mirror is right there, so I don't have a choice. And it's, hey, what's going on? I don't even have to say words out loud, although you can, but I know what I'm doing and I know what it's about and I can see, and I like the mirror because you're looking right in your eyes and you can see your soul and you can just feel that you're looking at something and it works. So do that if you like doing that. If you don't like doing that, find a different thing to do. The action that you take, I don't really think is important. I think it's important that you try enough things until you find something that you like and that works for you, and then do that. Kelly says, where is she? There it is. I like the visual I get with this. If my spiritual posture is off, the energy can't flow straight through, all cramped up and hunched over. Yes. Stand tall and allow myself to be a funnel for source. I like that. A funnel for source. That's great. I'm going to steal that. Thank you. Marcia says, I worded it wrong. Not really about changing someone else. Yeah, okay. I didn't think so, but I think I know. I think we got what you meant, right? That you're feeling a certain way about yourself and you want to change that, but this person or whatever is still thinking about you the old way. In that case, they're just a residual thing. It's your old energy that called out for that and is still coming back to you. Unlike the real mirror, when you look in this mirror, we're seeing a reflection of our past thinking, not our current thinking. So your current thinking could be all this amazing stuff, but you're still seeing that smudge on your nose in the mirror. That's unfortunate because if that were the way mirrors worked, then we wouldn't be able to go outside for at least an hour, right? We'd have to stand there and wait for the mirror to catch up. That would be a terrible mirror. But that's the way it works. I don't know why. Robin said, well, I do, but that's not what today's fuel is about. Robin says, to Kirsten, did you want to make a garden or just thought you ought to because of the universe? Right, that's what I was trying to ask. I think it makes a difference. I do too. Thanks for asking that, and here is probably the answer. Robin, I wanted to. It might be more others doubting me, but still a reflection of myself. Yeah, so if you wanted to, now you have the intention to, and then you can gain the skills. That's, by the way, when it comes to skills, you can gain skills within the limits of your talents. I will never be a dancer. I could take dance lessons forever, but I will never be a dancer, right? But I am still a talented artist. That's just a skill that I'm never going to get. I don't really have the intention to get it. And luckily, I think that sometimes the skills that we can get, we also are coupled with intentions. Like, I don't really ever have the intention to do something that I will never be able to be skilled at, and I think that that's true for most of us. That's an interesting thing to talk about one day. That's a different topic. Robin says, if that's the case, then if it were me, I would do it anyway, especially to prove them wrong. Cool. Because if you want to do something, I bet you'd find a way to be pretty good at it. Yeah, I think so too. Especially with something like gardening, unless you're saying like, I want to be a professional landscape garden designer. That's different than I want my front yard to look pretty. So you can gain the skills and over time do that, even if it's not completely in your wheelhouse. Did I breathe once that whole time? I don't even know. Let us be done. Is that the last thing? That is the last thing. Well, guys, thanks for showing up. By the way, while everybody's still here, I just have something I want to mention, and I should have mentioned this earlier too, because replay people might not be here that long. But if you are, hang on for just one more minute. I am building a thing. I'm building a SaaS kind of a thing for artists, and I am looking for about a dozen artists from this group only who would be willing to talk to me about this thing. It's I don't want to get too deep into it other than just to say, like, I'm looking for artists who are established artists who, you're pretty good at your art, and you are maybe about at least a year into having some kind of art career or business. You have some experience in business. Maybe you've been commissioned to do some paintings or something like that, right? If that's you and you're interested in talking to me for 20 to 30 minutes about this thing that I'm building, I need help and feedback to build this, and you are the people that I would trust for that feedback. If you're interested in that, please let me know some way, shape, or form. Hail me down, send up smoke signals, put a comment in something. I'm going to do a post about this, so look for that post and let me know there. If we're friends, you can message me. If we're not friends, you can also message me, but I sometimes miss messages from not friends because it goes in a weird folder and I don't always remember to look. You can friend me if we're not friends. So that's that. So that's what I'm looking for. If that's you and you would be interested in that, please let me know. And that's that. All right, so now I'm going to go. Any more comments? No. Thank you. Thank you very much for your time hanging out with me today. As always, I always appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday? Yeah, tomorrow's Saturday. We'll do Daily Fuel tomorrow. Have a good one. Thank you. Robin, you get the booby prize today. All right? Take care, guys. Bye-bye.